recently shared a video here of a woman and her daughter. They went viral on TikTok after the daughter called a grown man the B word because he was at home with his children while his wife went to work outside of the home. In that video, I mentioned that kid or her mother had no clue about the financial status of that couple. They also don't know anything about the father's income. When I posted that video, Rashidi made a comment here. He said, "Dang, I telework, so I guess I'm a B. I make good money working smarter, not harder." And then here's another comment from a subscriber to the channel, Chris. He's medically retired from the military. He said nobody better not call him a B. Unfortunately, the mother of his kids, she passed away, and he's a single father at home with his kids every day. If you haven't seen the video yet, I'll leave the link below. Errol, who's a new subscriber, says, "I presume that her video is scripted and it was a passive-aggressive way to convey her views on men. The sad reality is that although her clip is done to attract views, the real-world consequences are revealed in the behaviors of the young girl. Not only did the daughter have zero respect in the presence of an adult, but the mother is the one who fosters this behavioral norm in the child." I mean, Errol went in. Here's another good point. Versus pausing the conversation to check the behavior, the mother instead let it continue. Why? To generate views, to convey a passive-aggressive perspective about men, and to continue the pattern of generational toxicity within our community. One time for all of you in the comments, as well as our sister Bria, she said, "This is why we need fathers. Not every woman is meant to be a mother." You know, millions of people saw that video that we're talking about. You had so many people saying that they didn't need a father. Fathers are not necessary. Remember, I showed you guys this comment here. Dads don't always bring guidance. They aren't necessary. Well, for the person who said that, I'll tell you why dads are indeed necessary. But before we get into the story, I want to thank Anthony. He really wanted me to share this story, as well as everyone else who sent emails in about it. Take a second and check to see if you're subscribed to this channel. Click the notification bell for all updates. If you're new, include new subscriber in your comment below, and I'm going to try my best to respond to all of you. Also, my folks in Shreveport, Louisiana, let me know below if you are from the city. Michael Lafitte, a black father in Shreveport, Louisiana, organized a group of 40 black men in the city to form Dads on Duty. The group took shifts at Southwood High School to address behavioral issues. The students had been getting into scuffles for days. All of that covered on the local nightly news, featuring chaos from this school. With the high school's administrator's permission, these fathers showed up after 23 students were arrested at the school. One student said, "We stopped fighting and people started going to class." Another student said, "You ever heard of a look?" describing the firm stares from the men and explaining that's one of the ways they got everybody in line. But it was the presence of these men there that helped the teachers and administrators restore order at this school. They would lift the kids' spirits by joking with them and encouraging them. They made sure they hurried them along in between classes to get where they're going. Most of all, the kids realized that people cared enough about them to simply show up. These men are not superstars. They're not celebrities. They're not Insta-famous. They're not athletes. They're not multi-million-dollar men, but they care about these children. They donate their time to make sure these kids feel safe. These kids have more pride on campus. They're motivated to keep their behavior in check, and all of this is allowing them to focus on their studies. That is why we need men. That is why fathers are necessary. You got people like the lady in New Orleans with 5 kids and 4 baby daddies talking about qualifications men should have, like a business, a big house, and a newer car. Do you think any of those kids cared about what kind of cars these men have or what their houses look like? It's people like her that will tell her kids' fathers that they can't see their boys unless they give her money. And the whole time, those boys could care less about some money. They just want to see their dads. We can all see that the modern woman narrowed down the man's ability to father their kids to a check. At the same time, they make it seem like it's all about the kids. If it was about the kids, you would care about them having a relationship with their father. Dads on Duty is proof that men are necessary. You cannot have a healthy society with only women and children. It's the perfect setup for bad things to happen when you don't have their fathers with them. You get kids that think it's okay for them to curse in front of their mothers. You get high rates of teen pregnancy, high school dropouts, incarceration, more boys falling into hood politics and memberships of these groups. You get more depression, ADHD, mental health issues. You cannot have healthy, thriving communities without men. I just love what Dads on Duty, what they're doing. This story is so great. After they appeared on the CBS Evening News, the story was viewed more than 50 million times on social media. They don't have degrees in criminal justice or school counseling, but what they're doing is working. This blueprint that Mr. Lafitte is laying down, it could work across the country everywhere. Instead of preparing them for shackles, they need to put funding into programs like this with real impact. Instead of throwing all this money into programs that are not solving the core issues and only incentivize women to live alone without their men, they need to invest in Dads on Duty. Much respect to all of the dads on duty. You all deserve more recognition for what you're doing. They're on that campus, stopping the negative energy before it even enters the building. The kids said they feel more safe. They said that it's working for them. We really need these local, state, and federal officials to do their job. They need to financially back dads on duty and assist these men in getting more chapters around the country. I just really love what they are doing. I'm definitely in favor of seeing more dads on duty and less Lil Nas X appearances at these campuses. Now, I know on an individual level, you have a lot of friction that's going on between mothers and fathers. I get emails all the time of fathers going through parental alienation. And I'm not talking about all single mothers right now. I'm talking about the one that's listening, and you know that you are intentionally making it hard or difficult for your kids to have a relationship with their father. It's not about you, it's not about him, it's about your kid. You are hurting your child by doing this, causing mental problems and emotional instability. Don't wait until it's too late to fix this. If your kid is having behavioral issues at school, if your kids are out of order, then I'm letting you know that this could be the problem. So go ahead, call your kid's father up right now. Forget about yourself for a moment and think about the kid. Allow them to have that relationship. Don't wait until your child is 16 and out of control like this woman did right here.
I'm calling about my child's father, Roger. I've been trying my best to get in contact with him to let him know what's going on with his son. Roger and I departed ways about 15 years ago. My son was 1. I just told him, you know, if you're not going to be in my life consistently, then you can't be in my son's life. And it's just like he knew what he was getting himself into. I was a virgin. I got pregnant. He knew that I was only trying to be with him, but it's like when I got pregnant, it was like he still wanted to do his own thing, and I wanted a family. So I told him if he didn't want to be in my life, then he couldn't be in my son's life. But it's to the point now I really need him. I really need him in my life now.
You know what? It's so sad because this is happening a lot. So if you're listening to this and you're doing something like this, stop it right now. If you know someone who's doing this, call them out and get them to stop sabotaging their kids. And one last thing, whether or not you're able to fix a situation, definitely sign your kids up to speak to a counselor, because sometimes talking to you isn't enough. If you want to listen to that full video, I'm going to leave the link below. Shout out to Anthony S., as well as Anthony B. and George. Thank you all for your support for this channel. Want to see more content like this? You can show your support as well. Links to the Cash App and PayPal are below. Ladies, fellas, want a balanced analysis, want the truth? Then you're going to want to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to like and share.